everyone, how are you? Today we're going to discuss very important topic, people and resources. In this topic we're going to discuss the growth of the world population and most important topic about the factor affecting the growth of population. Today is our objective, relationship between the people and resources. We're going to see the world population growth, consequences of the high birth rate and population pyramid. First of all, coming towards our topic, the people relationship between the people and resources. We're going to see how the population affect the resources. People and natural resources have a strong relationship, one another. The growth and the decline of the population affect the availability of the natural resources. Availability of the natural resources. Now, what is this? I will going to explain this. For example, if the population increasing day by day, it means we found the less resources. If there is the shortage of the resources like the water, like the jobs and different natural resources. Now, other hand, if the union say the population is increasing, it means that we found the more and more resources and we will become a very well developed country. At the same time, the you can say the availability of the natural resources affect the trend seen in the population. So I hope you understand the people and the natural relationship, how it is going to affect each another. Coming to world, I want to show a world population growth. Because I take the two different countries, developing countries, industrialization countries. Okay, how these two countries I am going to compare here. You can see here the world population did not grow at such a speed in the early. In 1750, the population is growing very slowly. But developing countries, which agriculture countries or the poor countries, they are easily seen that the population is increasing day by day, and according to the estimate, 2050 population become the 10 billions. Reason behind that, the poverty. The people need the money. They want more money. So that is the reason of the development. You can see the population growth. On the other hand side, industrial countries. Now, industrial countries are the European countries which are well developed. They don't need the money or such problem they're facing. So their population grows very slowly here, and according to 2050, population becomes 1.50 billion. So you can easily see that how the population affecting because of the poverty. We need the more and more money earning. That is the main concern. So we need the resources. That is the main reason that population increasing day by day. Now different terms are used for the population growth. Birth rate, the number of the babies born in the thousand of the population per year, and the death rate, the number of the deaths per thousand of the population per year. I will going to explain, for example, the ratio of the total population in a specific community or area over a specific time period is called the birth rate. Same way, the ratio of the total population in specific community or area over a specific time period of the is called the death rate. It means, for example, in 2020, 50 people born, and you see that only the 20 people die. This is called the natural increase. On the other hand, 50 people die and the 20 people born. This is called the natural decrease. When in other terms, you can see that, or the situation you can say, the situation is that the 20 people born and 20 people died. It means there is no increase in the population. Population remains same year that year. Okay, so natural increase, you easily understand, the more people are born here and less people die, and natural decrease means that for example, the more people die and less people are born here. So this is called the natural decrease. Now, how it's going to affect us? The population increasing day by day. So we face so many problems. Competitions of the job. How? For example, you know very well, more population need more jobs and they need the money for housing, education, resources. For that purpose, they need the jobs. But when the population increasing, there's a less resources. You can say the less industrial or less jobs opportunities here. So same with the housing. You see that the people are living in very poor areas and where they don't have the proper according to the standard of life. They're living low standard of life because they're facing the housing problem. They're not able to afford the proper houses because the population increasing, or you can say the land becoming decreased. So we need the more land for the housing purpose. And other hand side you can see that the education. Children need the schools where they can learn and read and write, but mostly the parents not afford that. They send their children for, you can say, for the job, for the earning the money, so they don't have the proper opportunity to attend the school. So there is no schools and there is no proper, you can say, the learning opportunities for the children. They face the educational problem here. And on the other hand side, we need, for example, if you can see that the highly populated areas of the world, like the Karachi, Delhi, or the different areas, you can see that the population increasing day by day, and we facing the more important problem like the natural resources of water, electricity, food, and we don't have it's very difficult for the government to provide each and everyone all the facilities like the European countries. So there is the less resources, we face the problem of the resources, we face the problem of education, housing, jobs, because of the consequences of the high birth rate, increasing of the high birth rate. We face these all the problems. Now, what is the population pyramid? This is very interesting topic here. You can say that the government needs the data, age, gender, population distribution. If say, for example, if see the data simple form, it's very difficult. For example, you see that the numbering of different population like the young people, the working people, it's very difficult to identify and making the proper planning. In population pyramid, data divided into two genders, female and male. Male on the left side and the female on right hand side. Now population shows in the vertical, you see that they are going to show the different age groups, for example 0 to 4 years age, 5 to 9, then 20 to 5, 30 to 34, and same way 80 to above. The other hand side horizontal axis, we're going to see the in millions population. We're going to calculate the population in the millions. So this is the, you can say, very simple, you can say, the diagram, so the government easily make their planning according to this. Now starting from the 0 to 4, you can say continue to above, that we face the different population here. Young people are depending here, okay. 0 to 14 till mean that they are not depending on their parents. They are not working, so the parents are providing each and everything. 15 to 40-year-old means that the population is working population, or you can say the 959. They are working population. They are providing the money to their country. 45, or the, you can say after the word, you can say 59 to above, it means they are the post productive population. They are very old people, they are depending people. Giving an example of, you can say the Canada is the middle of the graph, which means mostly people here working. See the example of the older people, the Japan is the best example for this. And young people, for this we're going to see the Rwanda. The Rwanda, you can say the African country, the mostly population depend, or you can say on the young people. Okay, so it means that you easily understand where the population is according to young people, working people, and the older. Now there is a simple definition. A population pyramid is a bar graph which shows the age and the gender structure of the population. This information is very useful to the government for the policy making, planning and making, for example, providing the schools, colleges, university, food, everything. Even the jobs. Why it is useful? Because these population structure can going to predict that the changes of our population in the future, how it's going to change, what we need more. We're going to see all these things. Besides this, they show the level of development of the population also. There's an other last, I want to show the simple, so you easily understand the population pyramid. Young people, you easily see that the 0 to 4 to 24 age group, or the 15 age group, 19, you can say the young people. Active people 25 to 59, this age group is active. They are working here, they are providing the money, they are not depending on anyone, on the government, but they are, this is the reason Canada is the most successful country now, that they are well developed countries. Retired people, they facing the problem here that the mostly the government going to provide them the money. Okay, you see here the old age group in the yellow and the blue in the active, and the depending people, the mean the young people who depend on their parent provide them. If you see that the male population depending or the 0 to 4 age group is 1.80, and the other hand side female population is here, you can easily say 1.50 million. So in this age group, every age group you easily identify the population growth also, and you easily identify. I hope you like our topic, and if there any confusion, write in the comments. I really waiting for your comments. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel. Thanks again.